Wonderful. Thanks for this amazing looking virtual stage. Happy to be present, at least in virtual form. Hope to be present next time to meet you all in person. I'm going to share my screen to tell you a little bit about MosaMeat and what we are doing. What we're doing actually is that we produce meat, real meat, and it's delicious, but it's sustainable and it's kind to animals. If you look at meat and the meat market today, it's a huge market. It's $1 trillion market, and it's projected to grow substantially by 40 to 70% in the next 3 decades. So it's a product people love. It's growing, but it comes at a price. If you look at the externalities that are associated with meat today, it's already unsustainable. A lot of the greenhouse gas emissions are caused by or are associated with meat production, up to 20%. Use of arable land, water usage, it's all off the charts. And besides that, a lot of good antibiotics are used on healthy animals, and these animals are also killed, more than 200 million a day. So it comes at a price. Yet we love it, the product. So we internally call it that people have apparently a hard-coded craving for meat. And that kind of inspired our founders, Dr. Mark Post and Peter Verstraeten, to introduce the world's first cultured beef hamburger. This was done in 2013, and that introduced actually a solution to this problem that I just explained. And I'll explain you a little bit how it is a solution and what it is actually. What we do, and this is the simplest form I can explain our technology, is that we take a sample from a living animal, in this case, a cow. And from that sample, that tissue sample, we take it through a biopsy. It's a rather harmless and painless procedure. We take cells. These cells we then put in a cultivator. It's similar to a bioreactor system. And we put the cells in a broth or in a soup of natural ingredients, all plant-based. So we don't use any animal-derived ingredients for that. And this broth, this soup of ingredients, actually tricks the cow or the cells into believing that they're still inside the cow. So they perform their natural behavior. And that's a 2-step process, where in the first step, the cells multiply. And in the second step, when there are a lot of cells, these cells form tissue. And at the end, we have muscle tissue and we have fat tissue. And combined, it's minced beef. So you can create a hamburger out of it. One of these small samples currently already yields 80,000 hamburgers. So that's pretty impressive, I always think. Just to give you a little bit more info on our approach, we focus on beef. It's not the easiest, but it has the highest climate impact. And it also has the highest value. We focus on creating tissue, so creating real meat with the real structure and taste that consumers are used to, because I think that's the most convincing product proposition, and therefore enables people to switch to our product more easily. We go for a completely non-GMO way, which enables a simpler regulatory path, but also, especially in Europe, and in less so in other parts of the world, but especially in Europe, leads to, in our case, or in our opinion, a higher consumer adaptation rate. And our technology puts us in a really good position to take the next step, and that is to develop a steak. This technology is great, and it's also projected not only by us, but also by others, to form a significant market. In this growing market of meat consumption, cultivated meat will have a big market share next to plant-based and conventional meat perspectives. We aim to be a very significant player in this market, and therefore we aim to prevent a lot of the negative externalities. And if you look at the negative externalities, our technology can be used, and we will have up in the high 90% less greenhouse gas emissions. We will have a lot less water usage, almost 80%, and we will need a lot less land to use our technology on. That's also in the high 90%. We are basically on track to finalize our market-ready product, and we're currently in a position where we've spent the last few years, from bringing the world's first cultivated hamburger and showing it to founding MosaMeat in 2016. Afterwards, we've added some really amazing investors. Big focus is on European investors, as you can see. We have Merck through M Ventures. We have the Bell Food Group from Switzerland, Nutreco, which is a leading animal feedstock supplier. We have Lower Carbon Capital, and recently we've closed, or early this year, we've closed a round with adding Mitsubishi, the CEO of JustEatTakeaway.com, Blue Horizon from Switzerland, Leonardo DiCaprio, and a few more. And we're currently using this funding to really scale up our product, to bring down costs, and to get our products through all the regulatory approval processes that are out there. So this is the phase we're in. We're making really good progress. We are well aware of the challenges that lie ahead of us, which focus on bringing down the cost. We can develop a very juicy and tasty hamburger now. It's still, at this moment, a bit too expensive to bring to market, but we have a clear path forward on how to bring down these costs substantially. And eventually, we believe that we can be cheaper than conventional meat. And that is based on the simple fact that a cow is a very inefficient converter of nutrients into meat. And we can be a lot more efficient and therefore, in the end, 20 to 30% cheaper. So we have a clear path to bring down the cost of goods. We have established clear and good partnerships in order to also build the required ecosystem. We are talking to regulators all over the world and are in the process of getting our food, our product approved. In Europe, fortunately, there's also a clear process, and we're putting all our efforts in to go through it as quickly as possible. And besides that, we're also building up our brand and starting to communicate more to the broader audience. Our recent investor, Leonardo DiCaprio, is helping us with that. And therefore, we're making the public, the consumers, ready for our products, hopefully in the next foreseeable future, because that's where we can start really making the impact. When our consumers will swap their good old hamburger with our hamburger. We're replacing meat with meat, and we're well on track to do that. And we hope to do that together with you. So if you want to join us on this fantastic journey, you can contact me. My name is Maarten, Maarten Bosch. You can find me on my email, maarten@mosameat.com, and I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you so much, Maarten. That was wonderful.